This is your host Sananda, and you're watching NewsMeter. In today's episode of Doctor's Talk, we have Dr. R.V.Raghavendra Rao, Senior Consultant, Surgical Gastro and Liver Transplantation Surgeon and Director at Renova NIGL Hospital, Hyderabad, with us for an informative session on World Hepatitis Day.
But you'll be surprised to know at one point of time, any given point of time, liver performs about 500 functions in the body at any given point of the time, day or night. So that's the kind of the activity the liver has in supporting the digestive function, in supporting the body glucose levels, in coordinating the various body functions. This is all what is called as the anabolic mechanism, anabolic process of the liver, functioning of the liver. It also has something useful in the excretory function of the body also. Like some of the like poisonous substances like ammonia or lactate or bilirubin, these are all excreted through the liver only by bile. So if these substances accumulate in the body, they can create real havoc in the body because they are all poisonous. So liver has a great significant role in controlling the level of these substances which are harmful to the body. So these viruses are called hepatitis viruses. So they are basically categorized into two categories. The viruses which are transmitted by infected food and water, and the viruses which are transmitted by the body fluids. But the question what you asked, what is the difference between different viruses? There are two viruses which are common in India, like hepatitis A virus and hepatitis E virus. These are the viruses which are transmitted by infected water and food. Similarly, there are other category contains viruses which are transmitted by the body fluids, be it the saliva, be it the blood or plasma, or sexual substances like semen or vaginal secretions. These can transmit the virus from one person to other. This is basically in India we have hepatitis B and C viruses, which are very common in this category of viruses. Whenever hepatitis is there, commonly, whether it is hepatitis A virus or hepatitis E virus, or for that matter, sometimes in hepatitis B and hepatitis C virus, in the acute phase, most of the times people will have some dull ache in the abdomen, right side of the abdomen, some headache, some nausea, and also body pains. These are very common low grade fever. These are common symptoms of these patients. Once the hepatitis progresses, these people are prone for various other manifestations like jaundice, severe vomitings, severe loss of appetite, severe loss of weight. Particularly when these viruses, some of these viruses become chronic. For example, hepatitis B virus and hepatitis C virus are very prone for becoming chronic infections. Whenever the person enters into a chronic phase of hepatitis, then they are prone for various manifestations of liver damage, like vomitings, blood vomitings, passage of the blood motions like black color motions, the swelling of the feet, severity of severe intensification of the jaundice, loss of weight. These are all the manifestations of a chronic hepatitis. Basically, prevention is always better than cure in any part of the medicine. Particularly the hepatitis A virus and hepatitis E virus, because they are transmitted by infected food or water, we have to take utmost precautions for the safety and hygiene of the food what we consume. Particularly avoiding the outside food and taking only clean and properly prepared, freshly cooked food is very important. There are also certain antibodies which are available, the immunoglobulins for preventing if there is a cluster of infections in a particular locality of hepatitis A virus, the other people who are susceptible for this infection, particularly the elderly or those with other comorbidities like diabetes and the lack of resistance, These people can be protected by what is known as anti-hepatitis A virus immunoglobulins. Particularly when there is a hepatitis C virus infected person in the family, the chances of transmission between the family members is very high, either through the infected towels or through the infected sharp objects like tongue cleaners or toothbrushes or razors. These are the commonly used household items which can really spread the virus between the family members. So, avoiding contact with the infected person's body fluids, whether it is saliva, blood, or for that matter, if it is between partners, if it is the avoidance of the body fluids, the sexual secretions, vaginal secretions, or seminal fluid. These are very important. So, wearing a condom, using the other practices to avoid direct contact and direct contact with the saliva. These are the important things to avoid the transmission of these chronic virus infections like hepatitis B and hepatitis C. Preventive measure, you are already told that they are getting bad quality of water, so better supply a good quality of water. So that is very important. Yeah, the question you raised is very pertinent. Basically, not only in the colleges, wherever there are people who use a common potable water source, like say for example hostels or colleges or libraries or office units where there is a common source of water intake. Many people are prone for infection if that particular source of water gets infected. So we have to look at supplying potable water which is hygienic and which is very well disinfected with chlorine. And also we can use now we have very good water filters available in the market. Using those water filters, any water filter of any standard is good enough for preventing the hepatitis infection. Similarly, maintaining personal hygiene, it's very important, particularly hand hygiene. Whenever you go for ablution, when you pass the motion, go for stool, and washing the hands with soap and water after cleaning is very important. Yes, again, the floating population, there is a lot of movement. Whenever there is lot of movement, so the standard of hygiene comes down. That is the major problem. Whether it is the preparation of the food, in the handling of the food material, in the handling of the water, in the handling of the containers where we consume the water or food. These are the things which we need to, keep in mind. And the other area is where basically there is a lot of movement of the people. Of course, other behavior problems, particularly unprotected sexual practices, these are also very important areas where we need to put focus because unprotected sexual practices can lead to transmission of various viruses, including not only HIV virus, which is the retrovirus, but also hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, and also whole lot of viruses can be transmitted.
All right, sir. So before winding up, do you have any personal message to share on this World Hepatitis Day?
Yes, thanks for the opportunity, but through various fora, I generally try to convey to the public about simple preventive measures in avoiding various liver problems. So, taking good precautions, disciplined lifestyle, good food habits, personal hygiene, consuming potable water, avoiding unprotected sexual practices, taking precautions whenever blood transfusion is required, and also avoiding substances like alcohol can go a long way in keeping your liver healthy.
Thank you so much for this informative session, sir. We are honored to have you here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.